Okay, hello people. It is I. I am notably low energy today, but that cannot really be helped because the weather it sucks. So, what we are going to do today, since shut up, water bottle. Since I could use a nice big dose of concentrated serotonin in my system, is we're going to play more Slime Rancher. Today is the first day of Wiggly Wonderland, which means that every day a special type of slime will spawn somewhere in the world. And we gotta go say hi to it, and it gives us chimes, which are little instruments you can walk over that make musical notes. Pretty neat little things. But we're just gonna relax and play some Slime Rancher today. We're not at the coast right now. This is my room. This is my home office, as it were. So, we're gonna play some video games. Okay. Never turn your back on a chicken, folks. You never know what those fuckers will do. Chickens are devious. Right, let's see here. Oh, look at that. That's adorable. I forgot. Okay, we got slimes, obviously. And they are, oh geez, blowing up. But they're also good on food. Alright, now if I remember right, I need to go get something, infuse it with rock. Let's see, honey, red, Looks like we're getting, hold on, I need to actually see what I'm missing here. Phosphor Boom, Honey Hunter, Rad Tabby. Oh, that's right, I was doing Crystal and Rock. So, oh wait, we have Star Mail too. So many mustaches. Oh, it's a 7Z Rewards Club. I don't want to read that right now. This is not professional bird hours. These are real lazy bird hours. Because I feel like just hot fucking garbage right now, y'all. I legit feel awful. This weather is taking a lot out of me, unfortunately. But mentally, I'm in a good place. And that counts for something. That's why I'm streaming today. We're gonna go get things. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's go get crystal plorts. We must feed the boys. Okay, y'all can fuck off. Nope. Not even putting up with you right now. Motherfuckers. Alright. So we're gonna go get some crystal plorts, and it's gonna be good. Stripes. It's adorable. I believe that the party Gordo is in the moss blanket today. Or this weekend. And I don't know where the twinkle slime is. So we're just gonna explore around at first. And just do ranch things. But I'd say about like an hour to maybe an hour and a half in. If I haven't found them, I will look up where they are. I don't really plan on rushing today. We're just ow! Rock slime. We're just playing Slime Rancher, hanging out. It's gonna be awesome. I always have a good time playing Slime Rancher. Hello. I require your poo. Ow. Oh, I read this one. Alright. Ah! Always collect... Oh, God. I was gonna say, always collect extra of these because they're worth a lot. But apparently we do not have that opportunity today. It's time to leave. You can stay down there. Goodbye. You distract them while I leave. Alright. That was a thing that happened, apparently. I need more water. A green stripey. So many stripies. Slime! Hello, Joji. I have exactly what I need in my inventory, which is rock slimes and crystal plorts. We're about to take these little fuckers home. This is kind of an experiment, Joji. Both the crystal and the rock slimes do things that make them curl up. The rock slimes sort of turn into Sonic the Hedgehog, while the crystal slimes shoot themselves up into the air. I don't know which behavior, if it's gonna overwrite one of them, will take the precedent over the other. Or I don't know if it's just gonna do both randomly. So this is... We're experimenting today. And I'm sorry if I sound really low energy, it's because I am. Okay, we got blue and red, or green and red stripey ornaments. Very Christmassy. Yay! Okay. In you go. You fuckers. Okay. I need the nom. Alright. A few of them just defeat them right away. Bop. Bop. Oh! It has both types of spikes. I guess they occupy different spaces. That's another thing I was wondering about. How it would distribute the spikes. Oh, so that one rolled, but then that one did the jump. So it does do both. Okay. So these are going to be a big moneymaker. The crystal slime plorts are worth a lot, but the price also fluctuates a lot. They are arguably one of the biggest earners, but the market for them is also really come and go. Because there is an actual slime stock market for, like, the plorts. You can see, like, what's up and down. And it is possible to flood the market and crash it. Technically, the most profitable way to play this game is to wait for your plorts to have gone up in price. And then sell, and, like, store the rest until then. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm too lazy to do that. I just, if it's a plort I need for, like, crafting, I use it. If it's not, I sell it. I don't have enough energy to dedicate that much brain power to Slime Rancher. This is not a game that particularly needs it. You're perfectly fine ignoring the plort market and its prices. Okay. But yeah, crystal plorts, let's see here. Crystal plorts are worth 80 right now, and I have 3 of them. Want to hear 2 words that should never go together? Oh god, this is gonna be cursed as fuck. What is it? Oh, by the way, Joji, Spaz sent me a picture. Nemesis, and for Peter Molyneux and blockchain. Oh god, don't remind me. I heard about that. But the thing is, if you had any doubt that Peter Molyneux was going to get in on NFTs and blockchain, you don't know Peter Molyneux very well. The guy is nothing if not creative in ways that he tries to use things. And he tries to take advantage of the newest stuff. Some might call it, like, trend chasing. Oh, yeah. Peter Molyneux was so full of shit, but he did make some very memorable games, I can't lie. Peter Molyneux, I think, is the reason people got fed up with Hello Games and No Man's Sky so fucking quickly. Because that was just a snap hatred reaction, which was justified. I'm not saying it wasn't. But they were very quick to get angry at him. They're like, oh god, this guy's Peter Molyneux 2.0. Like, I literally heard someone say that about Sean Murray. Or at least I think that was the Hello Games guy. I don't remember. It's been so long since I thought about that. And to be fair to Hello Games and No Man's Sky, they did make good on a lot of the things they said were going to be in the game. I've played it a little bit, not very much. It's an enjoyable game. I think that Sean... Well, I heard that Sean literally had no experience in PR before this. So it was almost destined... Yeah. Yeah, they fixed it really good. It was almost destined that it was going to be a fuck... Oh, there it is. Hello. There's Party Gordo. It was almost destined that it was going to be a fuckfest, though, because Sean Murray had no previous PR experience. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I think he was listing off things that he should have said they had planned. But instead, he said we're just already in the game. That's what I genuinely think happened. Oh, man. I really feel like shit, Joji. Like, real talk. I just... Like, just sitting here playing this, I'm a little bit nauseous. Need a few more things to feed him. But you know what? I'm in a good mood. And... oh, yeah, thank you. I honestly think there's just like a bug going around the house. Who the fuck knows these days anymore? It could be a cold, it could be COVID. Who the fuck knows? Oh god, what happened? Did a crate fall down there? Yeah. What happened to make you lay salty? Cause me, I get salty a lot. Like, it's just how I am. It's fairly easy to predict what will get me salty, too. But what happened to evoke the McDonald's out of you? Oh, there's a gay one and I... God damn it. Ow! Dick. Dickhead Tars. Oh, it's right here! So that's the Twinkle Slime. They've been doing that every year for the past few years. Every day, a new Twinkle Slime will appear, and it'll place more chimes like this. I really wish I could just leave the chimes. Yeah. I finally unlocked the ability to make the fancy skilling outfit for dungeoneering. Had like 100,000 of the resource needed to make it. You go to the bench and you're 6 short. Oh, God. But yeah, I really wish I could leave the chimes there, but if I want to use them for anything, it's good to use this portal to bring them back. This portal will last until the day ticks over. So it's there for a while. Ah, balls. Oops. There. Yeah. It's nice. My words just completely failed to actuate there, don't mind me. My language modules are malfunctioning, Joji. We must get in the Christmassy spirit. Ah, damn it, I hit the right click again. Yeah, that works. And then I'll just slap these extra ones here, because we don't have the storage thing for them yet. Anyway, I actually think I am just going to leave those chimes there. Actually, they're probably going to get fucked up from me working, so yeah, let's pick these up. I'm going to start at the back and then just kind of work my way over. Dickhead. Okay, so yeah, let's get these. You can see how this is kind of annoying to do, though, considering you only have 4 slots and they have a bunch of different notes like this. This is what trying to harvest chimes is. It's annoying as hell. The best advice I can honestly give you is to worry about sorting them later. Pile them all up for now. Just pile them up, sort them later. Pile them up, grab them all while you have the portal. They look really nice, but it's better to just get to gather them. This is the only part that sucks about Wiggly Wonderland, having to do this several times every year. Thankfully, it's only once a day, and you can just pile the fucking things up here. right next to where the portal is, but that doesn't make it less tedious. Bitch ass! No, you get in the water, idiot. One thing you can try and do to make it easier is to just get them all into one big mound. Just a pile of chimes. Like this, and then you just sort of give it a quick sweep to gather them. So yeah. The thing that makes it so annoying is there are flats and sharps of each node as well, and none of them stack. So it is super just annoying to try and get them all. So yeah, this sucks, but you can see the appeal of it, being able to make little music in on your paths and stuff. And I mean, it's cute and it's in character for Slime Rancher, but again, that doesn't make it less tedious to try and do. Because it is a serious frickin' tedium party every Wiggly Wonderland. I love this game. I love the Wiggly Wonderland event. My god, do I hate the act of doing it. Which, I mean, if that is the event's biggest crime, the fact that the cleanup after it, if to use the things, is boring, then that is a very minor, nitpicky gripe. It's barely an issue. And that kind of, I guess, excuses it in my eyes. The fact that it's tolerable, not that big of a deal for me. I mean, you're talking to someone who has devoted more time and money than they'd like to admit to World of Warcraft. And Warframe and other games like it. I have sunk ungodly amounts of time and money into games like that. I don't really have a lot of space to bitch at all. Oh wait, there's some up there too? What the fuck? Hello. And the thing that kind of sucks the most about it to me is that the placement of the chimes is so good, I don't want to ruin it. But the thing is, I know just playing the game would end up ruining it. Because you're just running through the games so quickly to try and get things before the slimes do. It's really hard to not mess up things like that. I've tried it. I tried it last year, just leaving the Wiggly Wonderland chimes up, and I wasn't able to do it. They all got buggered up, and then I had to haul the fuckers back without this portal. You can imagine how much of a bitch that was to do. So, yeah, fuck that. Also, Joji, that thing about just barely being short on resources, that is literally the story of my life with every game I've ever fucking played. Just like 6 out of like 7,000 needed short. And it's just enough to make you want to punch a baby in the mouth. It sucks. Alright, so we have found both the Party Gordo and the Twinkle Slime within the first half hour of this stream. That's really good footage for both. And I'm glad I have that down. And whenever it happens, you know it's one of those things you get in bulk, but rarely. So when you get the rest you need, you have like 1,000 too much. Yeah! That's exactly what happens. Like, to a T. Because it's always something like iron ore or coal or something stupid like that. Something that you can get en masse easily. It's just time consuming and you don't want to do it. But you know that whenever you do use it, you use a lot of it, so you always go out of your way to do the time-consuming bullshit because you know you're gonna need it eventually. It's a vicious cycle, man. God, that sounded really, really hippie of me. Oh my god. I just turned into, like, the stereotypical hippie that my frickin' dad was. If, Dad, when you see this, I'm not trying to rip on you. I love you. But I just turn it even more into my dad when I'm low energy. Because, holy crap, that was... Like I said, I'm not trying to throw shade at my dad. I love him. My dad's great. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much, though. That was just like a weird mix of my dad and the Big Lebowski. Oh wow, I gotta sell these plorts. Okay. Okay. Sorry, just doing internal math on how many I have to take out. I don't math very often, and when I do, I'm usually really slow at it. I just barely passed math when I graduated high school. This outfit is freaking incredible. Once you get it, you get 10% experience in the dungeon, ability to skip a puzzle one time per floor, immunity to slipping in ice puzzle rooms, and a permanent 10% to all, a permanent 10 to all stats within the dungeon. What the fuck? That is actually ridiculously busted. When did that outfit get implemented? I don't remember that being a thing. Then again, I haven't touched RuneScape 3 in years, so it wouldn't surprise me if I missed something like that. But still, I don't remember that being a thing. It requires 80 invention and 200,000 dungeoneering tokens. That's why I wouldn't know about it. I never touched invention. I never got to that point. Okay, so I did unlock the grotto. Okay. Okay. I just couldn't remember what areas I had unlocked. You're at 109 invention so far. Nice. Okay, we'll do that. Now, how much is needed for this? It's 10,000, right? Yeah, 120 cape coming up before long. Well, good luck in that. I don't envy you that effort. 99 capes are a bitch to get. I can only imagine what the 120 frickin' capes are like. Especially considering aren't most of those just virtual levels with no actual... For most skills, at least. Okay, so this is the overgrowth. Hello. It's pretty. Invention is different, okay. I built this area myself by spreading soil from the moss blanket all over the ground just to see what would happen. I was hoping it would attract a hunter slime or two, but no such luck. Maybe I need to get some of them big mushrooms to grow here instead. They sure seem to like hanging out around those things. It's extremely weird XP scaling wise. You know how normal 99s are at 13 million? Yeah. What's the invention 99 at? 5,000 is for that. 40 million. Okay, so do you get more XP from invention? Like relatively, or 120 is 80 million, whereas normal skills are at 170. Massively so. Okay. But doesn't invention already have like a lot of really useful stuff? Like it's the endgame skill for a reason. Y'all better not destroy that beach ball. Gimme. There's a few toys that are actually scattered throughout the world like this. This is the only one I know of that has high risk of getting fucked. Yes, it does. Okay. You see, I never got to invention. I had the crafting levels required, if memory serves. But I did not have the divination levels. I was working on that, if I remember my RuneScape 3 progress right. You have an invention thing on your axe that makes it chop twice as fast and burns half the logs automatically. So you just get fire making experience right away with that then, yeah? Isn't there a pickaxe upgrade that just auto smelts the ore so you get smithing experience right away too? Or is that... I could have sworn I heard about that. Okay, so we're gonna get a bunch of these chickens and you're gonna see why. There's a dedicated tool that does that, but invention allows you to apply it to any tool. Okay. I don't want the pogos. Chickens! There you are. I enjoy, like, my occasional, like, 2-week returns to RuneScape to, like, get, like, maybe 40 levels throughout my skills. But I kind of just want to keep my relationship with RuneScape there. Because it's a happy spot where I don't ruin my enjoyment of it. And it's kind of a weird relationship. But it's one that works out somehow. Don't ask me how, because I don't know. What are you doing here? Why are you here? How? Why? Like, actually, how did he get there? Okay, I need more chickens. So you didn't quite meet your goal of maxing by Christmas, but you have made huge gains. Gotta get them gains, bruh. Them gains. Can you tell I don't go to the gym? Ever? The only muscle jokes I know from Animal Crossing. Because my favorite villager is a jock type. Well, jock personality, not type. Talking about Animal Crossing villagers like they're goddamn Pokemon now. Yeah, I'll trade you my boon for your reloady. You might finish agility by Christmas. That's going to be your next 99. Okay. I'm kind of honest, like real talk. I'm a little surprised you didn't max that sooner, considering it's awful to do. And I could totally picture you just wanting agility 100% out of the way so you never have to touch it again. Like, I'm real talk surprised you didn't do that because that sounds like something you do. Like, I just do never want to touch this skill again, so let's just get it out of the way and suffer in a large condensed pill of suffering. You have tried that before and it made you rage quit. Okay, that's fair. So I wasn't wrong that it sounds like something you do because you've done it. No, don't roll away. I need you. You stupid birds. Okay, so There is a couple reasons to be collecting hen-hens right now. One is this guy, which is fast travel unlock. Once you pop him, he's sitting on top of a teleporter that leads you to the overgrowth in your ranch. However, we have another use for these chickens. And that is another tabby slime that is near the overgrowth. There's one by where we got the what's it called? The beach ball. There's one over there, and that one hides a teleporter to a side island that has some treasure pods on it, which we will unlock rather shortly relative to the game. I don't know if I doubt we'll get them today, because that requires us to get 10,000 coins, which we very well might, considering we're at the part where money is becoming less and less of an issue, for now at least. I mean, I just dropped like 2,000 coins on upgrades, if that doesn't tell you. And I still have 2,000 to spare, so I dropped almost 3,000. But yeah, once we pop that tabby, this will... not this one, no, I'm dumb. The one over here will activate. The first teleporter is what leads you to Ogden's, I guess you could call it a quest line. It's a side activity you can do. We'll worry about those once I start... We'll worry about those at a later date. But this is the boy we're after. Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. Welcome. Okay, he's close, but not quite there. You can see him jiggling. This is actually one of my favorite spots to sit in the game. This game has a lot of very scenic vistas, but this spot right here is one of my favorites. I kind of wish I could get rid of this Hobson note, but if you cut it out, it's quite a nice view. That's the island that we're trying to get to right now, by the way. You bitch. That's the island we're trying to get to right now. That's Ring Island. And it's called that because of the rings. There's a lot of rings. Alright. I used to come to this beach to think. I'd sit here and stare at those distant rings and ruminate on who created them and for what purpose. But most of all, I'd sit here and think of her. You can see why this is one of my favorite places to just sit. Because you're going to assume this game doesn't allow infinite speed, reverse, bunny hops, or skip between islands. No, there is no backwards long jumping in this. This isn't Super Mario 64, Joji. I'm sure there's a way to glitch yourself over there. Because a pretty common tactic in, like, Slime Rancher speedruns... Oh, Quake, yeah. I get what you're talking about. As far as I'm aware, there isn't one, but, like, okay. Say I wanted to get up onto this cliff and I didn't have the boost for it. You literally, you can boost off of a slime like that. This is a bad example, but you can see what I mean. There is movement tech for things like that. But I don't think it's quite to that scale. And there's also a shortcut door here, but we're not spending the key on that. We have more important things to open before that. Oh. This place is going to shit quick. Oh yeah, that is the door to the moss blanket, actually. I can show you. I know that skip. I never do it because it's annoying. And I can honestly unlock the moss blanket regularly a lot faster. But, yeah, I know exactly the skip you're talking about, Joji. Were I not otherwise occupied at the moment, I would go and show you exactly how to do it. There's a pillar near the door to the moss blanket that you can use to jump over the hologram wall, because it doesn't extend all the way up. There are other hologram walls that extend all the way up. And this has been a known skip for, like, a really long time. And they never bothered to change it. Which means that there's only certain things they, in my eyes at least, that they really care about people skipping. And one of them is actually the door to the ruins. There's some frame dropping on the stream. Audio's fine, just visual frames. Oh, okay. I have noticed that since I changed some settings in OBS, there has been some occasional encoding overloading. So I assume that's what's causing it. But the thing is, even on my end, it says I'm not dropping frames. So I'm guessing that just means that it's having issues processing all the visual data it's trying to send. So I don't know. It's not real. I'm sorry if it's bothering you. It's not really something I have the energy to worry about today. Alright, you know what? Y'all need to go. Alright. Okay. The fact that the audio isn't dropping is the main thing for me. Because I see the game itself mainly as a sort of fuel and aid to the comedy. I consider myself a comedy show above all else. Go away. Alright. Thank you for telling me, though, Joji. I have been wondering if that was something the encoding overloading could and would cause. I'd never heard of encoding overloading before, so I didn't know what it was. But now that I know, I can take some steps to try and mitigate that. So thank you for making me aware. But as of today, I just really don't have the energy to worry about it right now. We're just here to chill and play some Slime Rancher. Hello, Roostro. Okay, so there is a pink slime on this island I need to pop. He's way up at the top. However, Joji, you know what? What are you suddenly craving a replay of? Hint related to Molyneux. I am going to take a stab and say something from the Fable series. Knowing you, probably Fable 1. It's either that or Black and White. Those are my guesses. Fable or Black and White. Oh, there he is. Dungeon Keeper. I always forget that he was involved in Dungeon Keeper. I never really played that game. That was a bit before my time. But I have played Dungeons, the spiritual successor to it. Which, I mean, it was alright. I'm told it's a passable spiritual successor, but doesn't really shape up to the original game. Which is understandable. Tabbies, you're in the way. Tabbies. Children. Ow. Fuck you. This game is so good for just needing a chill thing. Okay, so yeah, it's a good game, but doesn't really capture it the way that Dungeon Keeper did. Okay. I was gonna say, in terms of evil protagonist games that I've played, I'll take Overlord over Dungeons, personally. Overlord was a really fun one. Okay, Slime Key. Overlord is a game I never really finished. It never really felt like you were quote-unquote evil in that game, though. There's an anime called Overlord? Is it like the same plot, or what? Different IP, name coincidence. Okay. Because I was gonna say, like, Overlord was interesting to me because I like things that juxtapose, like, the standard go-tos of good and evil. But in the way that Overlord does it, it doesn't really feel like an evil protagonist game. Because you have the option to just wanton slaughter, but you really don't get anything for it. The morality system in that game is very weak, and it feels like it could have been a lot more. Then again, this was also during a time where morality bars were really just kind of overdone and just tired, because you had things like Infamous, you had shit like that, you know what I mean. I just think that Overlord could have been a lot more than it was. That's just me, though. Okay. So we are going to get a somewhat major unlock today, besides our first, Twinkle Slime. Now that I have, this key, I am going to go unlock the ancient ruins after I, feed my slimes. We're gonna go unlock the ancient ruins, and then I guess you could say that would be the point where we can think about starting to save money for unlocking slime science. Overlord the anime starts like a very generic MMO isekai, but it very quickly proves itself to be anything but. Alright. I mean, I don't really have a problem with isekais, you know what I mean? It's a little overdone, but that's because it's a tried and tested, like, story model. I can't really get too angry at people using something they know works. Now, it's like getting mad at someone for, like, giving flowers for a date. I don't personally do that because I always felt flowers, given they don't last very long, were always a cheap gift. Then again, my brain works in really weird ways. And does things that are, like, far from normal in terms of stuff like that. Yeah, it's quality stuff. Alright. Okay, so first things first, we gotta go to the moss blanket. And we might have to do a little bit of hunting for plorts, but the thing is, there's something I'd like to note about this sequence that is actually exceptionally well planned. I don't know if you remember this, Joji, but in order to get in the ancient ruins, you not only need a slime key like this, but you need the plorts from various types of slimes that you've seen throughout the adventure so far. those plorts that it actually requires you to get are actually the ones that you need for the first tier of slime science stuff. So, in its own way, it's very gently pushing you in the right direction of what slimes you should be keeping. By the way, Joji, the skip you were talking about involves this pillar right here. You hop up onto it, and then you just float over the gate. But I can literally get the gate open. Oh, it isn't? Okay, I thought you were talking about this one. Alright, well, whatever. That's how you get into the moss blanket without using a key. Now you know. That's been a skip for, like, several versions. Anyway, here's the door that we're opening. By the way, this is my favorite musical shift in the game. The playful strings and bells is very, very nice for the fact that you literally have to shoot plorts into slime statues' mouths like this. But yeah, it's a very subtle way of guiding you in the right direction without blatantly telling you what to do. Because you see all this. You see the slime statues. You see the one glowing light, and then you see the plort in its mouth. It's its own way of saying, hey, this is what you do. And then, all these various slime statues that you see, like this one's a boom slime, that one's a honey slime. There's a rad one, a phosphor one, a rock slime, a tabby slime. All of these slimes are the ones you need in order to have all the resources you need for Tier 1 slime science. And it's a really, really awesome way of fusing world design with tutorial. It's just one of the things that I really like about this game and love to gush about. Because it's just good game design, you know what I mean? There's a skip into where the crystal slimes are. Oh, the indigo quarry? Okay. There's a couple parts with crystal slimes, actually. There's only 2 places they can be found. The cave that I showed you, and then the second island I was talking about that we can access by teleporters like Ring Island. The volcano? Okay, that would be the island. That's Volcano Island. But yeah, we don't really have what we need to access the ruins right now. Well, not on us, but we can in like 2 trips. Because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plorts you need to get. So yeah, let's go home, gather some of these plorts, and then we will do our first foray into the ruins. But yeah, the musical shift to the ruins music is awesome, if you ask me. Really, fuck off. Oh, God. Fuck off, Tar. Okay. How to tell I'm really low energy? I'm not even running in Slime Rancher, and I rush everywhere in this game. I just do not give a shit right now. I'm just here. Okay. I'm gonna run around you guys. Oh, I forgot about the rainbow ornament. Yay. We need to put the gay ornament somewhere special, Joji. Gay pride window. No. Why you bounce? There. Pride window. Yay. Alright. Now then. We need one of these. Need one of each of these. And one of these. Alright. So, what? What'd you do this time, Joji? Okay. A Russian court accidentally published documents admitting their military presence in the Ukraine. Oh, dear. Oh, God. You know, I'd make a joke about Russians, but I see stupider stuff happening in the US every day. Well, I mean, it's not like they were exactly hiding their intentions on the Ukraine. Dude, I have a friend who lives in Poland. He's actually Polish. And he's like, I brought it up that it was possibly a thing, and he's like, dude, I could have told you that like 3 years ago. And I'm like, oh, it's that bad, huh? And he's like, yep! Like, I just heard, like... He doesn't have that... He has an accent. It's not that thick of an accent. But when the rat gets emotional, the Polish comes out. There's no other way to word it than the Polish comes out. They're just armed activists on holiday for months at a time. Bullshit. That and the gate sings to you. It's great. Unfortunately, that's the only one that you're too far away to hear. Now, where is that tabby? The tabby always gets me. Because it's frickin' hiding. Where are you? Tabby. I always forget where the fuck the tabby is. Sit up here. Yep, there you are. You shiesty little shit. So now we need the boom plort and the phosphor plort. By the way, there is another door over there that connects to the indigo quarry. There's 2 ways in. I just like to get the moss blanket one because it's closer to the door of the moss blanket. In the same way that this is connected to the front of the moss blanket, the one in the quarry is connected to the end of it. It's actually past the teleporter. Sure, but then I'm gonna ask that we drop this conversation because I try to keep the streams apolitical. I am curious, though, and you might as well sense it got brought up. How did this get accidentally confirmed? I mean, it's the topic, so you can go ahead and finish, but just for future. Okay. Next up, we just need a boom plort and a phosphor plort. Oh. Okay. Oh, I need to empty these because they're full. Okay, so we're gonna go unlock this, and then we're gonna The company that produces food for the military screwed them over, and the government sued them for damages. The shipment that was at issue was for troops stationed in Ukraine. Oh, boy. Well, that's a blunder and a half. Top 5 anime betrayals. I'm sorry, that was horribly tacky of me. Making a... But still, I guarantee you that guy got fucking shot, man. That, whoever accidentally leaked that, I promise, is a dead motherfucker. No, that is so beyond oops that it's not even, like, I'm laughing actively. But seriously, that is so beyond oops, that is not even funny, dude. There, alright, door time. Joji, pay attention. I love it. I can't help but to giggle every time I see that sequence. I fucking love this game so goddamn much. Best door in the history of fucking video games. And this is contending with the demon doors in Fable, which is a lot to contend with. Alright, we need to go though, so we're just gonna run through this area and get back to base so I can empty out my plort collectors. Yay. Okay, had to remember the correct way to have the door, because this place is a puzzle, and it kind of sucks because of it at times. Alright. Come on, energy. Woo! So there used to be a thing you could do in this game with these little lights that you can find around the ruins called echoes. What you used to do is, you would lure a boom largo, or a boom gordo, into your ranch with one of the gordo snares. And, what you would do is you would... The thing about the boom ones is that they actually explode when they go off. What you used to do is put the echoes all over them and then set them off, and it was like making fireworks. But the thing is, doing so was crashing people's computers, so they patched it out. Which sucks, but it's an understandable reason for patching something out. But that doesn't mean I have to like it. Good God, there's so many of them. Okay. We got a fat payday incoming, boys. Alright. But yes, the door to the ruins is best door. Like, there's no even arguing that. It's just fact. You can try and debate it all you want, but you're just blatantly wrong. Okay. I mean, we're not starting to really roll in the money. I don't know what you're fucking talking about. I legit have no idea whatever you could mean. What are you doing, Step Slime? Yeah, that was horrible. I'm sorry. Oh god, there's 75 of them still. Oh dear. Good lord, that's a lot of plorts. Alright. Whoops. Suck too many. Just do that, and it's good. Alright. Money. Like, just put in Vince McMahon's theme over this. Or whatever his son's name is. I always forget. Money, money, money. Money. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. I don't know how the fucking song goes. I don't give a fuck about the McMahons. They're bad wrestlers and even worse businessmen. Fucking fight me on it. The McMahons can eat my butt. So, Joji, you'll be quite amused to know what I learned the other day. So, before last week, I was not aware that Trump had wrestled on WWE. Yeah, I was not aware that was a thing until Robin actually showed me. And she is so happy that she got to show me it. Yeah, I did not know that was a thing. And it makes my jokes about living in idiocracy a lot closer to the truth than I would like to admit. It was incredibly hilarious, like, contextually, to see Donald Trump beating the ever-loving hell out of Vince McMahon. That was hilarious. But it's saddening considering that's the man that is... yeah. But that just makes it all the more upsetting that is the man who lost fair and square in an election and still claims that it was rigged and stolen when there is literal evidence of him trying to rig it in his favor. You know, this got really weird considering I said I didn't want to talk politics, but here I am. Is it really talking politics to be laughing at Donald Trump attempting to wrestle, though? Does that really count as talking politics? Like, actual talk? All I'm doing is laughing at the fact that this is a thing. Does that truly count as being political? Oh, dear. Well, if anything, me talking about it should be seen as supporting Trump, which I'm not going to state my opinion of either way. But he beat the fuck out of Vince McMahon on several occasions. Not wanting to kill your neighbors with a deadly disease is considered political. Ugh. Like, that is something that I actually find genuinely upsetting. Because it's a disease that's killing people. How is this even possible that it's getting politicized? Like, why can we not just, as human beings, agree disease bad, let's do the things the professionals say to try and stop it? How is that something that has any sort of political leaning? It's literally people are dying. That's not political in the least. At least it shouldn't be, but some fucking how it is. Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, there's a reason these are called Days Off with Sylas. These are where I let the rules lax in a bit because I'm not in my professional setting. I'm not at the coast right now. So, I guess if there ever was a day to talk about it, it'd be on a day off. Okay. Give me all the fruits and vegetables. Because if these aren't getting fed to the slimes, there's, I know, plenty of Gordos that would be more than happy. There's hungry Gordos out on the range, and you're feeding your slimes Q-berries. I tried to turn it into a starving kids in Africa bit, but I don't think I succeeded. God damn it, now I just have U2 songs stuck in my head. Bono's a wonderful singer, but fuck off, Bono. Like, it's crazy to me that people like Chaz Bono exist. Wait, not Chaz Bono, that's the wrong character. That's a transgender activist, I'm sorry. But it's crazy to me that people like Bono exist. The guy is fucking nutter butters, and he's goddamn amazing for it. And no, I'm not talking about the trans man. Now, that was a vocal slip on my part. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Just take the food. Tina, eat! Eat the food. Eat the food! How did you get out here? Alright. Now that I'm done why are you over here too? Okay, now that I'm done referencing Napoleon fucking Dynamite. Let's go unlock slime science because we have the money. You've unlocked the lab. Time to tutorialize. While we tutorialize, I am going to have a snack. I have cheese sticks in my fridge, and I will be right back. I'm going to have me some string cheese, motherfuckers. String cheese! Open, you son of a bitch! These bags hate me, Joji, I swear. Ugh. Fuck it, where's my scissors? Scissors! Ah, there you are. Cheese sticks. Delicious. Alright. So I found out something kind of silly, and you're probably going to judge me for this, but I found out it's really tasty to take string cheese and dip it in honey mustard. It's actually really, really good. And I mean, it's cheese and honey mustard, so it's obvious it's good, but it's still a weird snack to think about. Just dipping string cheese in honey mustard. Oh, it's delicious. If you get a chance, if you have some honey mustard lying around and some string cheese for some reason, try it. It's delicious. All right. Haven't had honey mustard in a hot minute. Oh, I love honey mustard. I need a plort. Gimme. I need your shit. Thank you. Ah. Ow. All right. Come on. There. Tutorial's done. Gotta eat my other string cheese. Come on, tutorials. Hurry up and get done. Alright. There. Come on, game. Quit shoving tutorial down my throat. Hi, Casey. Email from a lady friend. The van. It wasn't that bad. You just don't have the fortitude to make it as an artist, I guess. Beatrix LeBeau can climb a mountain before breakfast, but he can't spend a few days in a modestly accommodated, breaks down only half the time, vintage touring van. You're so miserable. I still laugh about it. But I really did appreciate it for those few days. It was great to have you in the crowd. The van still runs, by the way. Casey. P.S. That was a lie. The van literally caught on fire while we were driving it. It died like a Viking. God, I love this game. So, now we have these resource extractors and a bunch of other stuff that we can do. This is one of the many new buck sinks in the game. No real harm in just dumping your money into it, honestly. I built this lab after meeting a slime scientist and learning about the wonders of plort technology. I figured it would be fun to tinker with on rainy days. I nearly blew myself up 3 times, which is pretty good given my tendency for that sort of thing in my other hobbies. But it soon became a reminder that I have a thirst for adventure, and being cooped up in a barn all day wasn't going to satisfy that thirst. Soon I began to set my sights for horizons beyond this ranch. And once I got to thinking on it, further still. Alright. So, yeah, this is a way to craft many useful things from resources that we extract with these. And we'll get better ones, later on. As well as the plorts that we get. But yeah, this is what I meant by tier 1 slime science, like rock, rad, tabby, boom, phosphor, honey. All the plorts that we needed to open the gate. And, of course, pinks. This is usually where I keep my pink slimes as well. And I usually put them right here. And this is usually all you need for it. Like these and a plort collector. Because if you put the beach ball that we saved earlier in there, they really don't cause that many issues. I've had 100 of them in there before and only fed them leftovers. Like the things that don't go into these. Like right now, if I harvested mint mangoes, they'd be going to the pinks. Nothing goes to waste in the Pangoria Slime Ranch. 1920. Really? You're not just gonna shoot more at me? Okay. Alright, so we're gonna collect a bunch of pink slimes to throw into the new corral so we can start production on pink plorts. And yes, that one specific spot is the reason I don't keep slimes till now. Because I like putting them there and I hate having to relocate them. OCD is a bitch. Probably clean up these plorts as well. Make a few bucks in the process. No. Okay. Gimme... a bit of food for him as well. Might as well. Yep, there we go. Okay. Let's just make sure, because I want to have 50 pink slimes. One more, come on. Who's the lucky slime? You, sir. Come right this way. That's not a question. You don't have a choice in the matter. Because, oh! That's a tar. Goodbye. Alright, so these 32 pink plorts should be enough to give me the new bucks that I need to put... Oh, hi. To put in the plort collector there. Alright. Oh, just barely short. Come on, that's bullshit, game. That's bullshit and you know it, game. Screw off. That actually ticks me off. There. Criminy. Alright. Oh, I should grab the beach ball while I'm over here. So the thing about these slime toys All slimes can play with them and it reduces stress. But certain slimes like specific toys. For example, these beach balls are the favorites of the pink slimes. So let's just launch all these boys in there. I either call this the ball pit or the garbage disposal. Because it's both. There. Very nice. Okay. So. That's that. And that's working out great. Oh dear. Okay. I should be able to give a good amount of this food to the pink slimes as well. Well, the little bit of it that I actually harvest. Alright, yeah, let's go dump this in there. And then... I honestly think I'm gonna call it a stream here. Because I've been playing for an hour and a half. That's, this wasn't really supposed to be a very big stream as it is. This is really just supposed to be me getting event footage. Event and, frickin' Party Gordo footage. So, yeah. I'm gonna end the stream. Let's see if there's anyone live to raid. Alright, yeah, thanks for keeping me occupied. Thanks for keeping me company, Joji. I really appreciate it. Gizmo is live, but knowing him, he's probably not going to be too much longer. Oh, dear. I kind of want to see this VTuber I watch, Shia. Shia Bun is playing the new Five Nights at Freddy's game, Security Breach. So let's go raid Shia and crash his party. And let's watch him suffer at FNAF. Okay, we're gonna raid Shia. Alright, have a good night, everyone.
Customer complaint. My son never had sleeping problems, but after spending an evening in the daycare